Hello, everybody. It's my pleasure to see you all here and to be with you. Let me briefly introduce myself. I am Catherina M.
I work at Faculty of Journalism and Media Communication, Social Technologies, Russian Presidential Academy of National Economy and Public Administration. I have a candidate of philology degree. Currently, I am doing a research for my doctoral dissertation, Interaction of Genre Forms in the Internet Journalism System. Let's start with a few words about my research work. I have chosen a challenging theme. I will carefully examine positive and negative effects of digital technologies on classical journalism. This research has a theoretical and practical significance in the area of humanities due to automatic technologies with strong influence not only on our lives and jobs, but on mass media as well. Nowadays, traditional forms of presenting informational content are losing their leading position on TV channels, on the radio, and in press. They are giving way to informational, specialized, thematic website publications in social networks and posts in messengers. They are becoming a second or even a third main topic. Under such circumstances, journalists are pushed to find more effective ways of interacting with the target audience, as well as to become flexible and adaptable to new conditions of media-based computerization. In the article, the trends for developing messengers are applying them in journalism are being carefully studied. To reach the purpose of the research, a method of interviewing was used. While conducting interviews, the following questions were in the scope of our interest. What role do messengers play in organizing editorial work? What is the difference between messenger and classical form of communication that via mobile or email? What role do messengers play in the creative journalist's activity? Those being interviewed specify their attitude of how to apply messengers in the editorial activity. 80% use this communication channel for their group video calling. 75% use a messenger for discussing business or labor issues as well as for routine communication. 68% use a messenger as means of establishing feedback with their audience. 57% of respondents consider messengers as an effective channel for journalistic content distribution. However, there were negative responses from interviewees. 77% stated that most messengers cannot guarantee personal data protection. 34% noticed that those resources distracted them from major business activities because they are forced to observe regularly updated message feed. 24% said it is not always possible for them to utilize a messenger because not everybody uses that resource. For this reason, they have to use a mobile. Our survey shows that the most reliable communication channels in Russia are WhatsApp, 75%, Telegram, 15%, Viber, 52%, and Skype, 20%. Then in the article I dwell on description of how each messenger functions. I reveal algorithm and principle of their work, examine their strengths and weaknesses. For this approach, I received a comprehensive understanding how important messengers are in journalistic practice. The research resulted in the following. Firstly, mass media messengers entirely satisfy journalists' needs in the most efficient way. They always support communication among the participants during the editorial process. Secondly, compared with email and telephone communication media, messengers provide their users with more functions. Those functions can both establish instant feedback and make it possible to participate in groups discussions, exchange digital data of any format and on any electronic media. What is more, they provide new opportunities for circulating information. Thirdly, messengers are aimed at targeted, individualized, as well as business communication. They are used to promptly inform those involved into the editorial process, to coordinate journalists' activities, and to establish communication with their target audience. Finally, one or more messengers are used by journalists in their work. The reasons are: each messenger works as an independent device with no direct connection with others. Certain messengers can be used by journalists to solve various creative tasks. In editorial activity, messengers perform a number of important functions. They provide continuous communication among those who are involved into the editorial process, provide access to information for all journalists, act as a joint platform of immediate exchange of opinion and information, bring a more businesslike and working approach in the nature of communication. Therefore, messengers have become the most popular channels for establishing intra-editorial communication. The research shows media editors try to choose 1, 2 at most messengers because they try to collect all the information flows on one channel, avoid its fragmentation and variegation. Under such circumstances, we can reach the following aims. Firstly, only in such a case there is a guarantee that every member of editorial staff is acquainted with this or that piece of information. Secondly, there is no incoherence of actions in journalists' work. Each member of the team will bear some responsibility for the reliability on transmitted information. Thirdly, prompt feedback among the participants of one editorial office is provided. Also, the article contains a section Acknowledgments where I express my sincere thanks to Valery Malinin, head of the Department of Scientific Work, Russian Presidential Academy of National Economy and Public Administration, for his contribution in boosting academic writing in English program. My thanks also go to Valeria Vasilyeva, Russian Presidential Academy of National Economy and Public Administration, for organizing visiting sessions on the advanced training program Academic Writing in English, as well as for her providing us with methodological materials. My special thanks to Anatoly Shilov, St. Petersburg State University, for his coaching invaluable lecture course Academic Writing in English, and for his sophisticated comments on my article, careful proofreading, and inside editing. Thank you for your attention.